all depends on how we think, doesn't it? How we think and what we're willing to do. It takes sacrifice, it takes focus, and it takes belief that you can do it. Wherever you end up by the end of June, one thing is for sure. If you put the effort in, your income is going to take a huge increase. With the $500 bonuses, with the coffee coming in, with the energy being a part of what we have so much to live for, so much to look forward to. That should excite everybody. So most of us up early in the morning, up late at night, calling our potential business partners. Anyone who is a prospect would be really foolish not to become a part of our business if they knew what we have. So what we're continuing to do is hone our skills so that we'll have the ability to actually show and tell our prospects what we have and not tell them everything standing on the street or when we first meet them. We're just piquing their interest, and then we're taking them on the test drive, which is so effective. We're enrolling them on the spot, or we're following up and in a reasonable time, and we help them to decide what is reasonable. Reasonable is next day. If they need to think about it, pray about it, consult with a spouse. 24 hours is more than enough time to get that done. The longer you wait, the more difficult it will be to get them started in your business. So let's make this a period in our business that we'll all remember. We'll remember back in 2011, in 2 months, we did more than we did the previous year or the previous 2 years. We could do a lot in 1 month. It's just focus. We have to give up a lot of our pleasures, give up things that we normally do. It's just a habit that is not producing in our business. So let's make that sacrifice. When we get to Punta Cana, we'll get a chance to sleep. Well, a little bit. We'll have so much fun there, but we will be able to relax. That's for sure, to make up for some of the lack of sleep and relaxation that we have now. And then we'll come back and continue to grow. It's very important for us to remind you, too, that today is the last day for you to register for a convention at $150. The convention now goes to $225 tomorrow. So be sure to inform your teammates that they must register today if they want to get in on the $225. And also, be sure that you're back on the Morning View at 7:30. Have everybody on your team, because Melissa will have some great news for you. And we'll start out with the Capital Group out of Raleigh, North Carolina, Monday morning, bringing you up to date on some of the things that happened at the EWI. And today, things are happening at the Sheraton, and there will be a presentation today for new members, as most of you already know, this morning. And then, of course, it will continue for the afternoon. So we're wishing for everybody a good weekend, a very productive weekend. And there are some PBRs going on around the country today. That's one of the systems that we're using to grow our team. Anything else we can do to grow. Let's do it together, and we will see you at the top. Have a great weekend, and we will be back on the call with you on Monday morning. Have a good day, everybody.
You just heard a gentleman named Harvey Zay. He was in business about 5 years, and he's in Cleveland, Ohio. Harv is a radio announcer, producer, you name it, he's done it. Very successful man in Cleveland, Ohio. He was at Spring Fling last weekend. Today is the 30th of April. Harvey said he'd never seen anything like it. That's not to brag. That's to say that the people that we are surrounded by, the people who were willing to come and speak at no charge, the people who are making 6 and 7 figures, care enough about people who care enough about other people to help them through whatever situation they have. Now, there's a lot of tornadoes, a lot of floods, a lot of people losing their jobs, but, you know, to sit back and say, well, that's too bad, is basically a sin if you don't do something about it. I'll say it again. To sit back and say too bad is basically a sin, to sit back and do nothing about it. On the earlier part of the call that did not get recorded, there's a gentleman named Kenny Lewis in Chicago, Illinois, owns 50 corporations, all of them restaurants, said that he invested $20 million to find the right thing. And here in Zamzuu, where you can put in $500 investment, $600 investment, one time, $49.95 a month, which is $1.65 a day. And he says in 1 to 2 months' time, you can turn more profit in 1 to 2 months' time than someone who's been in McDonald's franchise for 5 years. Listen to what Kenny Lewis is saying. You can actually see him on YouTube. If you go to Kenneth Lewis Senior Entrepreneur, if you put that in the search box, and you can see a documentary about this outstanding millionaire, African-American. Money wasn't handed to him. He made his first million at the age of 30. But you know something? Here's the bottom line. It's not about how much money a person is making in Zamzuu. That's a really dumb question to ask. That really dumb question was asked to us yesterday by someone that we love, and Kenny cared enough to tell them the truth. I don't care how much you sit down and say, I'm going to wait until I make some money. There are people making money off of you right now while you're sitting around making money. You can be in Punta Cana, paid for by Jerome Hughes, if all you do in the next 8 weeks, starting May, all of May and all of June, is to share people lives, stories that have made it. Those life stories were shared last weekend in Indianapolis. Those life stories are being shared again right now in the Baltimore, Maryland area. They're being shared all over the country 7 days a week. They're being shared at 7:30 in the morning Eastern Time on The View, which is 712-432-0075. The replay number is 712-432-1085, the same pin. They're being shared every night of the week at 8:30 Eastern Time, 7:30 Central Time, on a number that's called the Live Zamzuu Test Drive. If you want to get that information, you can go to the information box. That's at www.moneyback2me.net. That's MONEYBACK, the number 2, ME.net. But don't let people corner you and say how much money are you making, because they will not tell you how much money they're making on their job now, will they? First of all, it's none of their business. Second of all, if they did nothing on their job, they'd be fired. And the sad thing is, ladies and gentlemen, when people are doing the best on their job, they're still being fired. Now, what are you going to do about it? Your kids got to eat. You got a house payment. You got a gas to put in your car. I don't know how much it costs, but I know it's more than it was last week. I know it's more than it was last month. I don't normally say a lot, but we're looking for 4 generals to find 4 generals to find 4 generals. That's how we're going to grow it. So if you don't think that you can be in a better position 30 days from now than you were a year from now, you really don't need to be on our team. And I say that with love. You really don't want to be on our team, because we're about helping people do better. We'll be in Indianapolis every Tuesday at what we call the Zamzuu E-Commerce on the Move, located in different areas so people won't have an excuse to say, well, they're not in my neighborhood because, wow, somebody said if you drive 1 and 2 hours to work and commute and sit in traffic for nothing, to go backwards, to have Uncle Sam take your money and then turn around and tax you on what you already gave him, that's idiocy, okay? So we want you right now. Go to www.moneyback2me.net. That's MONEYBACK, the number 2, ME.net. Click Join in the upper right-hand corner. Sign up. It's free information to help you help someone else. Help someone else. Live a better life. It's Ken and Cynth'Ya Reid on Target Coach's Corner, faster than you know it, and we're taking 4 people with us. Hallelujah. God bless.